Welcome to my channel. Enjoy this video and subscribe my channel. With Zendaya now being cast alongside Tom Holland in Christopher Nolan's newest project, set to release 1 week before Spider-Man 4, it appears the young actor couple could be setting themselves up for another Barbenheimer-style event. Zendaya joined the new Nolan movie alongside Anne Hathaway. The pair added to a cast that already included Matt Damon and Tom Holland. In a move that should surprise no one familiar with the director, Christopher Nolan is set to use new IMAX technology for the project. It's an exciting opportunity for Holland to work with Christopher Nolan, as the actor has yet to work with a director of Nolan's pedigree. And while Zendaya has experience working with Denis Villeneuve, another big-budget director with arthouse vision, it's still a huge opportunity for her, as well, especially as the two will be working with a director coming off multiple Oscar wins with Oppenheimer. Interestingly, it will be the second project the pair is involved in together in the same year, and it sets up a chance for another juggernaut pop culture event. Though not much is known about Christopher Nolan's new movie yet, what is known is that it's aiming for a release date of July 17, 2026. That puts it a week before the planned release of Spider-Man 4, which will also see Tom Holland and Zendaya returning to reprise their roles of Peter Parker/Spider-Man and MJ on July 24, 2026. While the scenarios are different, it's hard not to immediately think of the Barbenheimer phenomenon and how this feels like a potential repeat, but with the added twist of two actors competing against their own projects for starters, there's the obvious similarity Holland's Spider-Man 4 and the Nolan movies share with Barbenheimer. One of the movies is a Christopher Nolan drama. Again, nothing is really known about the plot, but there are unverified reports that it will not be set in the modern era, though whether the past or the future is unknown, and interestingly be about vampires. That it is so different from an MCU Spider-Man movie creates another scenario, where the fun of the comparisons isn't that they are such similar movies, but that they are so different, just as it was when Barbie and Oppenheimer came out last year. Studios certainly need it, there's no other way to frame it. 2024 has not been a great year for big-budget studio releases. That's not to say there have been no hits. Deadpool and Wolverine and Inside Out 2 crossed the billion-dollar threshold, while Despicable Me 4 came close, and other big tentpoles like Dune Part 2 and Godzilla x Kong crossed the $500 million mark at the box office. Looking ahead to the last 2 months of the year, it seems likely that Moana 2 and Wicked will join their ranks in November, as well as Gladiator 2 and Mufasa, The Lion King, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and potentially The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim in December. However, an alarming number of big-budget movies have also badly bombed this year, cratering the box office return for studios, including Madame Web: Origin Horizon, and American Saga Borderlands: The Crow remake, Furiosa, and perhaps most infamously, Joker: Folie à Deux. And with the largely derisive fan reaction so far, it seems Kraven the Hunter is destined to be grouped with these failures when it releases in December. Consider that The Crow has the smallest budget of the above movies, and it was still a hefty $50 million not including marketing, and it paints a very troubling trend for studios. If Universal and Marvel were smart, they'd capitalize on the potential pre-release buzz built right into the quirky timing of Holland and Zendaya having two movies releasing 1 week apart. There's been an argument for the past few years that studios have become too reliant on IP and have started churning out any movie, regardless of quality, or whether there is any actual interest in it from audiences, simply because it has a brand name attached. Studios assuming audiences will turn out for IP has become an even greater problem in the post-pandemic era. 2024 has proven that is no longer a viable strategy. After a pandemic and economic upheaval, moviegoers will no longer automatically see a movie simply because it has a big budget or a franchise tag attached. Those days are over, especially for movies that can't find a way to successfully market themselves beyond generic banner ads and TV/online trailer packages. Audiences are savvier than that now, which is why the Barbenheimer Part 2 scenario of a Christopher Nolan movie and Spider-Man 4 dropping 1 week apart is the perfect opportunity for studios to remind audiences that event movies are still worth